1962 was a year of neon lights, barroom jukeboxes, and country storytelling at its finest.
Or sweeter than honey and Wolverton Mountain.
George Jones was carving out heartbreak with one of his most unforgettable ballads. And Patsy Cline gave us a timeless hit that still stops us in our tracks today.
I've got your class ring.
These are 12 country songs from 1962 that shaped the sound of America, and we'll never forget them. Number 12, I'm Gonna Change Everything by Jim Reeves.
Yeah, I'm gonna change everything that holds a memory.
We begin with Jim Reeves and his smooth declaration, I'm gonna change everything.
I'm gonna start with the walls, take the pictures off the wall.
Released in 1962 on RCA Victor, the single reached the top 20 on the country charts, proving Reeves' ability to blend country charm with pop polish.
And the love reset you gave me on the night of my birthday.
What set this track apart was its theme of total reinvention. Jim sings of changing every trace of a lost love, from the furniture to the curtains. In a decade where heartbreak often lingered, Reeves offered a song about moving on with quiet dignity.
Everything I find that brings you to my mind must disappear.
Picture it. His velvet voice floating through a car radio on a rainy evening, a comfort to anyone determined to start fresh. Reeves would become one of the most beloved voices in country music, and this song showed his gift for mixing intimacy with universality.
I'm gonna change everything that holds a memory of you.
From reflection and reinvention, we shift to a duet that melted hearts across America. Number 11, Don't Let Me Cross Over by Carl Butler and Pearl.
Here's a team that everybody loves in country music, and the country music fans all across the world are just crazy about these two wonderful people. They're Mr. and Mrs. Carl and Pearl Butler, and a big hit record of Don't Let Me Cross Over.
Carl Butler and his wife Pearl gave us Don't Let Me Cross Over, a heartfelt plea of temptation and faithfulness.
Don't let me cross over.
Released on Columbia Records, it climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Country chart and stayed there for 11 weeks, an astounding run. The story behind it is as timeless as the song. Carl wrote it himself.
Don't let me cross over.
Inspired by the struggles of resisting forbidden love. With Pearl harmonizing, the record captured both sides of the emotional tug-of-war.
I've got a bit of free advice.
Fans remember spinning this single in honky-tonks and hearing it on jukeboxes. A slow dance song that hit a little too close to home for some.
Don't let me cross over.
Its legacy lives on, covered by everyone, from Jerry Lee Lewis to Dolly Parton, proving its universal pull. But if that was Temptation's whisper, our next song is a rolling adventure across America. Number 10, I've Been Everywhere by Hank Snow.
Here's the singing ranger, Hank Snow.
Hank Snow takes us on a whirlwind ride with I've Been Everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. From the desert fair.
Originally an Australian novelty tune, Snow adapted it for American audiences in 1962, rattling off U.S. cities at lightning speed. Released on RCA Victor, it topped the country chart and became one of the most fun, fast-paced songs of the decade.
Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey.
Behind the humor was sheer vocal skill. Snow had to nail the rapid-fire delivery in one breath. No small feat. It became a jukebox favorite, with listeners daring each other to keep up with the lyrics.
I've been everywhere, man. From the desert fair, man. I breathe them out.
Imagine it blasting from a roadside diner jukebox while truckers laughed, tapped along, and shouted out towns they knew. Today, it's more than a novelty. It's a celebration of America's vast geography and country's playful side.
You asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand.
From humor and highways, we turn to heartfelt storytelling from one of the genre's most poetic voices. Number 9, Mama Sang a Song by Bill Anderson. Whisperin' Bill Anderson with his deeply personal Mama Sang a Song.
And Mama sang a song.
Released on Decca Records, it hit #1 on the Billboard Country Chart and stayed there for 7 weeks. The song's structure was unusual. Half-spoken narration with a gentle chorus about a mother's hymns filling a humble home.
Once, 'cause when all these things went wrong, Mama took the hymn book down.
In 1962, this was a striking departure from the norm, but it resonated with millions who had grown up the same way. Listeners recall hearing this late at night on the radio, bringing tears as it mirrored their own memories of family, faith, and simpler times.
Mama sang a song.
Anderson's soft-spoken delivery gave it a prayer-like quality, ensuring its legacy as one of the most touching country songs of the era. From whispered prayers at home, we now step into the shadow of temptation with a darker tale.
Because one time, my mama sang a song.
#8, Devil Woman by Marty Robbins.
I told Mary about us.
Marty Robbins delivers a haunting tale in Devil Woman. Released in 1962 on Columbia Records, it soared to #1 on the country charts and even crossed over to the pop charts, showing Robbins' unmatched versatility.
And I don't want to see Mary cry anymore, oh, devil woman.
The song tells of a man ensnared by a destructive love, calling his seductress a devil woman. Robbins' dramatic voice gave the story weight, making listeners feel every ounce of torment.
In our shack by the sea, even after I've heard her.
Picture this: a jukebox glowing in a desert bar, patrons quietly nodding along, each relating in their own way. For many, the song was both a warning and a cathartic confession.
Skies are not so black, Mary took me back, Mary has broken your spell, oh.
Devil Woman remained one of Robbins' signature hits, reminding fans that country music could tackle temptation and sin with cinematic flair.
Devil woman, it's over, trapped no more by your charm.
But where Robbins gave us torment, our next entry is all about polished heartbreak with a voice like velvet. #7, Walk On By Leroy Van Dyke.
Here's Leroy Van Dyke.
Leroy Van Dyke's Walk On By continued its massive run from 1961 into 1962.
Say hello, hello, I belong to another.
Cementing itself as one of the longest charting country hits of all time. It held the #1 spot for 19 weeks and stayed on the charts for over a year. Released on Mercury Records, the song's simple but devastating message of pretending not to know an old flame.
Walk on by, wait on the corner.
Struck deep chords. Van Dyke's delivery was restrained but powerful, making it all the more heartbreaking. In 1962, it was still spinning in diners and filling dance halls. Couples swayed and lonely hearts nursed their coffee as the steel guitar lingered. Its legacy? Billboard ranked it among the greatest country singles ever.
$50 bill. Hey, well, all right, sir, open the gate and let 'em out and walk 'em, boy.
Van Dyke's classic proved that sometimes quiet sadness lasts longest. And now, halfway through, it's time for a voice that defined elegance in country music.
Just walk on by, wait on the corner.
If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. #6, She's Got You by Patsy Cline.
Here's something else you can depend on. If Patsy Cline makes a record, it's gonna be a hit. Here's a case in point. She's Got You.
Patsy Cline's elegant masterpiece, She's Got You.
She's got you.
Released in early 1962 on Decca, it reached #1 on the country chart and crossed into the pop top 20, further cementing Cline's crossover stardom. Written by Hank Cochran, the song contrasts keepsakes of a past love with the reality that another woman now holds his heart.
It won't let me be.
Patsy's delivery, vulnerable yet powerful, turned it into one of the most poignant recordings of her career. Picture it playing on a living room turntable, the record spinning as a lone listener clutched old letters, relating line by line.
Yeah, I've got your class ring that proved you care.
Tragically, within a year, Patsy's life would be cut short, giving the song even deeper resonance. She's Got You remains a jewel of early 60s country, sophisticated, timeless, and achingly real.
And they still sound the same as when you were here.
And from heartbreak's elegance, we head toward a storming anthem of resilience. Number 5, A Wound Time Can't Erase by Stonewall Jackson.
Our guest back out here once again, Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson with A Wound Time Can't Erase. Released on Columbia Records, the song climbed high on the Billboard country charts, continuing Jackson's string of heartfelt hits.
Have you found since you've turned?
Its story is simple but universal. Love may fade, but the wound remains. Jackson's raw baritone captured the ache of scars that never truly heal.
You know I vowed to love you evermore.
Fans recall this one drifting from truck stop jukeboxes across America, the kind of song men in work boots related to after a long day. Its fiddle and steel guitar arrangement made it both danceable and devastating.
What did you have in mind when you broke this heart of mine?
Though often overshadowed by bigger names, Jackson carved his legacy as a steady voice of working-class heartbreak, and this song stands as one of his most enduring.
You say we are through, you've left a wound.
From lasting scars, we turn to a more upbeat story, one about longing, dressed in a lighter melody. Number 4, Charlie's Shoes by Billy Walker.
Teddy will be back, but right now here's Billy Walker again, this time with Charlie's Shoes.
Billy Walker's Charlie's Shoes became his signature hit. Released on Columbia, it climbed to number 1, the only chart topper of his career.
I'd like to be in Charlie's shoes, that's what I always say.
The song's tale is witty, but bittersweet. Walker sings of stepping into Charlie's shoes by marrying his ex-wife, only to regret the burden that came with it.
Then Charlie left and went away, and when I got
Its humor, mixed with heartbreak, made it unique among its peers. Listeners remember laughing along even as they nodded knowingly at its truth. It was a jukebox favorite, particularly in small-town bars where gossip traveled fast.
now I'm wearing out the shoes that Charlie wore.
For Walker, it was validation after years in the industry, cementing his place in country story. And from sly wit, we head into one of the most enduring heartbreak ballads of all time.
'Cause I'm wearing out the shoes that Charlie wore.
Number 3, She Thinks I Still Care by George Jones.
She thinks I still care.
George Jones' magic. She Thinks I Still Care. Released in 1962 on United Artists, it soared to number 1 and became one of his defining songs. The story behind it?
Just because I haunt the same old places.
Songwriter Dickie Lee originally thought a woman should sing it, but Jones's lonesome drawl made it unforgettable. His delivery was understated, but the emotion, simmering beneath every word, struck home with fans everywhere.
She thinks I still care.
Listeners recall this one pouring out of radios and kitchens and bar rooms alike, a universal anthem of denial and heartbreak. The song became a cornerstone of Jones's career, later covered by Elvis Presley and Anne Murray.
Just because I ask a friend about her.
Its enduring power proves why George earned the nickname the Possum. From denial's quiet sting, we now move to a playful anthem of shared sorrow.
Thinks I still care.
Number 2, Misery Loves Company by Porter Wagoner.
Misery Loves Company.
Reporter Wagoner brought us Misery Loves Company. Released on RCA Victor, it shot to #1 on the Billboard Country chart and became one of Wagoner's biggest hits.
Misery loves company.
The song's clever phrasing turned sorrow into camaraderie, a reminder that heartbreak is easier when shared. With its upbeat tempo and fiddle flourishes, it invited listeners to sing along even as it dealt with sadness.
I just left my home friend where I couldn't sleep.
Picture it, filling a crowded honky-tonk, glasses clinking as everyone joined in. Wagoner's flashy stage suits and warm persona made him a household name, and this song embodied his unique balance of showmanship and sincerity.
Bring on the crowd, tell funny stories.
Its legacy is twofold: a chart-topping success and a phrase that still lives in everyday language.
'Cause misery loves company.
And now, the moment we've been waiting for. The anthem that towered over all others in 1962. #1, Wolverton Mountain by Claude King.
On Wolverton Mountain, if you're a-looking.
Claude King's legendary Wolverton Mountain. Released on Columbia Records, it became the #1 country single of 1962 and even crossed over to the pop charts, peaking in the top 10.
Sweeter than honey and Wolverton Mountain.
Co-written with Merle Kilgore, the song tells the tale of Clifton Clowers, a real man guarding his daughter from suitors on an Arkansas mountain. With its catchy melody and vivid storytelling, it became an instant classic.
The bears and the birds tell Clifton Clowers.
Fans remember it, spinning everywhere. From dance halls to family picnics, and kids especially loved singing along to its tall tale charm.
Bears and the birds tell Clifton Clowers.
The success was life-changing for Claude King, cementing his place in country history. Decades later, Wolverton Mountain still feels like a folktale set to music, the perfect snapshot of 1962 country.
Or sweeter than honey and Wolverton Mountain.
If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week, and there you have it. 12 unforgettable songs from 1962, a year where country music blended tradition with innovation. From Patsy's elegance to George's raw emotion, from Hank's humor to Claude King's tall tale hit, these tracks proved country music could make us laugh, cry, and dream all in one breath. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic ride, and don't miss our next video, 1963 Country Songs We'll Never Forget, where legends like Buck Owens and Johnny Cash take center stage as the genre steps boldly into a new era. Until then, keep the music close.